So this is gonna be a fun video. uh, it just popped into my reality like so many people. They want to be seen. They have this deep need to be seen. But what if you are truly seen? And with truly seen, I mean, what if someone like me, for example, or someone close to you, it doesn't really matter who, but what if someone could see you for who you truly are, beyond your masks, beyond your pretensions, beyond the roles you play? And yeah, one added thing, because this is something we're moving into anyway, uh, and this might make it a bit easier to accept. Uh, what if that someone who could see the real you doesn't judge you, is not judging you? They might mirror back to you how you judge yourself. And this is usually the awkward or the painful part with people who get to know me. And I'm not claiming that I can see the real you and I have no opinion about it, or I don't judge you, or I don't. Um, I'm fully aware of what it's doing to me, seeing you. So let me unfold this step by step. First of all, you all know that I look uh, at life through different lenses. You could call it the 3D, 4D, 5D lens. You could call it the personality or body mind complex, uh, the soul, and the self, capital S. Hello, Mamacita. Such a sweet dog. She comes visit me every day, waiting for my cookie, which I already ate. Sorry. You okay? I'm recording now, babe. So we'll hug later. Um, and with self, I mean the true self, the self with capital S, uh, the consciousness that you are, beyond I am this or I am that, even beyond I am, because something or someone must be also aware of the I am, otherwise you would not be able to recognize it. Eh? You, once you become aware of, okay, I'm not the body mind, I'm not the personality, I'm not the thoughts, I'm the one aware of all of this. I'm aware of my thoughts, I'm aware of my feelings, I'm aware of this physical reality, I'm aware of the reality behind the reality, the things you cannot see with your physical eyes, but things you definitely can see with your third eye or with your other senses. You can feel it somehow. Yeah. Um, yeah. Reminder: I will post a link to this channel called Spirit Science, and especially their explanation how spirit and science actually work together. So this is what I call spirit science. This is when you become aware of the spirit as the spirit. And then, of course, something has to be aware of the spirit, right? There has to be something that is aware of all of this. And this is what I call pure consciousness, or just the awareness of awareness. It's all pointers, and concepts that stay concepts until you have experienced it, your capital S self. And I'm not saying you have to go there, you have to reach this. This is not a goal to work at, nor no. It will happen. It will happen anyway, because we're moving from third to fourth density. Okay, now I'm digressing again. So back to topic. To be seen. I mean, I think I have always been able to see the other, not as the person. And this has been really hard as well, because in general, right, people are not aware of all of this. They are the person. They're like fully identified with the body-mind complex, with the personality. I am this and this. I am blah, blah, blah. Not my name is Jeroen, or my occupation is YouTuber, or my role in the family is firstborn. My position. No, usually in general people are like fully identified, but so many are awakening, and then they claim to be awakened. No, the way I see it, awakening is like a process. We will continue through all the densities, and once you're like fully awakened, then perhaps in seventh density you have mastered free will, choice, love, light, and light love, and balance, unity. Yeah, we have a long way to go, for sure, as humans. But we'll get there, for sure. So, to be seen, in my experience, means that the other is not looking at me only from their perspective. I mean, if someone is only able to see me through from their perspective, then of course they're gonna judge me. Of course they're gonna have reactions to the things I say. And I'm not saying you have to be devoid of reaction. No, that's your human 3D person, your 3D self. That is very relevant and very here still. Integrating, resolving, dissolving. I love how Sonia Bos, the Dutch mystic that I already spoke about a few times, how she explains it as what we're doing right now in this transition from the Pisces into the Aquarius era, is the highest self is slowly descending into the lower self. So the higher self gets integrated with the lower self. And this is how your personality becomes like the full embodiment of your soul blueprint. Like be fully aware of the soul blueprint, like what path did you choose before incarnation, what contracts did you sign, etc., etc. I will talk soon. I will talk about more how I see the soul. I really need to make that video. Sorry, guys, but maybe at some point I don't even need to anymore. So you already understand from all this snippets, the bits and pieces You will put it together. So and then the self will. I lost my train of thought. Damn. Right. When the other does not see me as the self, as the other one cannot meet me as the self. Oh yeah, and I was explaining the higher self integrating with the lower self. So the soul blueprint gets fully embodied by your avatar because you're aware of your soul blueprint, and it will make things a lot easier because you can let go of all karma attached to your soul and your personality. And yeah, you can start to be the embodiment of your spirit. This is next level, right? I'm just pointing it out. It's not a promise, not a prediction. It's just something I sense that is going to happen eventually on 5D Earth, maybe. I don't know. So to be seen, to be truly seen by the others, I've noticed it so often that from a young age I could see the soul. I even believed I was connecting soul to soul. Like, let's say the soul is above here somewhere, looking down on everything that's happening here, like this third person view in a game that you can see your character walk around in a game. Not like the first person view when it feels like you're in the game. You are the game. So you are the game is the first person view is the personality. You're fully identified with the personality. Then you zoom out, you see the third person view, you see your character, you see yourself move around, you see how you're acting and reacting to people. This you could see as the soul level or the self level, capital S. It doesn't really matter. The observer state. This is, to me, this is like the in between the personality and the true self. And there's many layers there. So I see the other, and I thought like I was connecting from my soul to the soul of the other, and then if the other is not aware of their soul, let me show it like this. So here you have me, here you have them. So here's my soul, here's their soul. I was connecting from soul to soul, but if the other is not aware of their soul blueprint, of their self, or the spirit, or what they are beyond the personality, then I'm confronted with having to meet from person to person. But yeah, I've pretty much always been aware that I'm not just this. This is just, a shell. Like if you put on a glove, these hand puppets. Yeah, so here's the hand puppet talking, and here's the other hand puppet talking. But yeah, I'm the puppeteer. So I always felt like, who is talking really, right? I'm not sure if you get this, but yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I often feel when I connect with someone. There's this field of this unified field that uh, um, um, opens up to me. So when I connect with someone, I open up to the person. I open up to the soul. I open up to their self, spirit, being. Later on, I discovered I'm actually connecting. And yeah, in Dutch we have like a different word for it. I think in English you would translate it as being. So my being, beingness, connecting with the other beingness, and if they're both open, then it's like one bubble, one field. That's why it can feel so intrusive or disturbing or distorting when a third enters or when another enters this space. So often I was sitting, talking with someone, having this like really intimate conversation, and then someone sat next to this person, and so I was talking here, like sitting on the bar stool, and the other one also on the bar stool, and we talking, and there's a third enters, and the attention gets distracted, and this whole conversation, yeah, never happened. Like they're talking, and like, oh, I thought we were having like a talk, like a conversation, a unified field. Nope. And yeah, this has always been quite painful for me. Well, I had no idea it was going to be this elaborate. Let me take a few steps back and make it one flow. So what I notice so often when I meet the other who is not aware of anything else but the person, their identity, it feels to me, it feels incongruent. It feels like here is something talking, but I also hear everything else talking. It's not often like I can read your mind or something. I can actually, and it's happened many times. I could actually hear their thoughts or their thought pattern. But it's, and then when I give like feedback, like when I say, I hear you say this, but I also sense you're saying something else. And then, I mean, if they're like open to me, for example, in a client, in a situation with a client, I used to have like a coaching practice and hypnotherapy and all these things. And then I had the client, they're open, they want answers. So of course they open up to me, but never really fully. There was always, this barrier in between. Who do you really connect with openly, vulnerably, no attachments? No, this barely ever happens. Almost all relationships, and this is what I love about the expression from some yogi, like relationships are the yoga of the West. So this is how we learn in the West. This is how in the East or India and where they have these old traditions of Hinduism and Buddhism and Taoism. They have like a different approach because they already know what the soul is. They fully aware of like the whole reincarnation process, or at least that's their reality. And yeah, I mean, Christians, most Christians believe there's a heaven, but yeah, that's like the next station. There's no talk about coming back from heaven. The only one that did came back was this one guy. And he was only back for 3 days, I guess, or I don't know for how long. So what I often notice, and this is where I wanted to start with, is people feel awkward around me because somehow they can sense that I'm seeing them, and I don't judge. In general, I don't judge. I might form a not so much a opinion because that comes from thought, or I don't know how to explain. It's not so much opinion. It's more that I see you, and I create like a I was gonna say mental image, but it's not mental. Let me say I create like this spiritual image, this completed image. Like I see your physical body, I see your emotional feel body, I see your mental body, and I see your spiritual body, which involves all of it. But yeah, so many people, they're hiding behind masks, layers, walls, protection, their own prison. Yeah, I told you it was gonna be a fun video. So, to close, to finish, to give some form of closure, can you imagine in the future, let's say in the future, it's already happening, it's already now, I've already met people who are like this, and it's really nice to meet them. So in the future, everyone will be able to see the true you. So lies, there's no need for lies. You can lie, but the other one will say, no, but now you're lying. That's not true. That's not your true self. There's like, you're hiding. I see your mask. And that's okay. I mean, they have no judgment about it, around it, on it. So they will just, point it out. Like, okay, I see something is incongruent here. Can you take responsibility for this, please? I mean, wow. We'll be living in like a completely different world. And I guess I already know this world. Because for me, that's normal. For me, that's how I've always experienced life. That's how I've experienced myself, through the lenses, seeing through these lenses and being able to, I can put on the 3D lens, and from the 3D lens, everything looks very different. Like, whoa, I see so many details, but I also can lose myself in all the drama. Totally. Like when I'm, triggered, or when I'm going through the 4D lens, I'm going through processes. I start to see my own traumas. I start to see my own addictions, my attachments, everything, all these earthly things. And then usually I just, I relax. Okay, I see you. And this is what I also say to myself. I see you. All right. Whoa, was that fun? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and if you have questions, please ask them. So I may elaborate on like one topic, and maybe then I can make a shorter video, or I can speak into it in the next video. Just let me know if you have like clear questions. Please ask. No problem. I will be glad to share it with you. Whoa. That was like a huge information stream, like. I hope you're okay. I'm okay. You're okay. We are okay. In Lak'ech. In Lak'ech. It's a Maya saying, I see the other you. I am the other you. I see you. I see you, Jake Sully. Okay, bye.